It's 2:47 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon, and I'm standing in my childhood bedroom, holding a box of my things, while my mother tells 47 relatives on a WhatsApp video call that I'm having a mental breakdown. The worst part wasn't that she was lying, it was that half of me believed her. Let me take you back 6 months. I'm 28 years old, working as a marketing manager in Chicago, living my best life. Or so I thought. Good job, great apartment, amazing friends. But there was this wait. This constant buzzing in my phone, group chats with titles like Family Updates and Important, Read Now, and my personal favourite, Why Are You Ignoring Us? My mum, bless her heart, has a PhD in emotional manipulation. I don't say that lightly. The woman can make you feel guilty for things you didn't even do, things that haven't even happened yet. And my family? They're her choir. Aunts, uncles, cousins, my grandmother, all singing the same hymn. Family comes first. Why are you so selfish? We sacrificed everything for you. Here's what they meant by sacrificed everything. 1. They expected me to call every single day, not text, call. And if I missed a day, emergency family meeting. 2. Every major life decision had to be approved by a committee. I'm talking about my job, my apartment, my haircut. When I cut my hair short last year, my aunt literally said, "What man will marry you now?" 3. My salary was considered family property. They didn't ask me to send money home, they expected it. And they had a spreadsheet, a literal Excel spreadsheet tracking how much I owed them for raising me. The breaking point came on a Saturday morning. I'm having brunch with my best friend Maya, mimosas, French toast, the whole deal, when my phone starts exploding. 16 missed calls, 42 text messages. The family group chat is on fire. My cousin is getting married in 3 weeks in India. And I'm expected to drop everything, take 2 weeks off work, spend $3,000 on flights, and come home to help with wedding preparations. I text back, I can't take time off on such short notice. I'll try to make the wedding day. You'd think I said I was joining a cult. The messages come flooding in. How can you be so heartless after everything we've done for you? This is what happens when girls go abroad. They forget their values. Your cousin only gets married once. My mum calls. I answer. Beta, how can you do this to us? Mom, I have a job. I have responsibilities. We are your responsibility. We are your family. I know, but nothing. If you don't come, don't bother calling yourself part of this family. She hangs up. Maya watches me staring at my phone, and she says something that changes everything. When was the last time they asked you how you were doing? I couldn't remember. So I did something crazy. I started keeping a journal, not of my feelings, of facts. Every call, every text, every demand. Timestamps, screenshots, everything. Over the next 3 weeks, I documented 89 guilt-tripping messages, 34 phone calls where I was yelled at, and 12 instances of my family telling other relatives I was sick or going through something to explain my behaviour. The behaviour in question? Setting boundaries. I didn't go to the wedding. I sent a gift, a generous one. I recorded a heartfelt video message. I did everything I could from 7,000 miles away. It wasn't enough. 2 days after the wedding, I got a call from my dad. My dad, who never gets involved in women's issues, is now on the phone and his voice is shaking. Your mother is in the hospital. My heart stops. What? What happened? The stress you've caused her. Her blood pressure spiked. The doctor said she had a panic attack because of you. Dad, I don't want to hear it. You need to come home, now, and fix this. I booked a flight that night. $1,400 I didn't have. I landed in Mumbai 24 hours later, exhausted, terrified, guilty. I rushed to the house. My mum is sitting on the couch, perfectly fine, surrounded by aunties, drinking chai. She sees me and her face does this thing, this performance. Her hand goes to her chest, her eyes well up and she says, "Oh, thank God you came. I thought you'd abandoned us forever." The aunties start murmuring, nodding, looking at me like I'm the villain in this story. That's when I realized there was no hospital. There was no panic attack. It was a test. And I just failed by passing. That night I'm sitting at the dinner table and my mum is laying out her terms. "You've been selfish long enough. It's time to come home." "Mom, I have a life in Chicago." "What life? Living alone in some expensive apartment, working all the time, no husband, no family nearby. That's not a life. That's loneliness." My dad nods. My grandmother nods. My aunts, who've appeared like a Greek chorus, all nod in unison. "We've found you a nice boy," my mum continues. "Doctor, good family. You'll meet him tomorrow." I don't want to meet anyone. This discussion is over. You're 28 years old. In 2 years, no one will want you. We're trying to help you. I look around the table, at the faces I've known my entire life, the people who raised me, fed me, clothed me, loved me, and I realize they do love me. But they love the version of me that obeys, that shrinks, that sacrifices who she is so they can feel comfortable. I excuse myself, go to the guest room, and I call Maya. "How did it go?" "They staged a medical emergency to get me here. Now they're trying to arrange my marriage." Jesus Christ! I don't know what to do. Maya is quiet for a moment. Then she says, "Do you remember what you told me when I was struggling with my toxic boss? You said, just because someone has power over you doesn't mean they have the right to abuse it." "That's different." "Is it? Because from where I'm sitting, you're being abused. It doesn't matter that they're family. It actually makes it worse." I spent the next 3 days observing, really observing. The way my mum tells my grandmother I'm sick when I disagree with her. The way my dad withdraws whenever conflict arises, leaving me alone to face the firing squad. The way my aunts gossip about me in Gujarati, thinking I can't understand, calling me Americanized and ruined. But here's what shocked me. My younger cousin Priya pulls me aside on day 3. "I'm so sorry about what they're doing to you." "You see it?" "Of course I see it. They did the same thing to Ria auntie. That's why she doesn't come around anymore." Ria, my dad's sister, the one we never talk about, the one who abandoned the family. "What happened to Ria?" "She wanted to marry someone they didn't approve of. They gave her an ultimatum, him or us. She chose him. They haven't spoken to her in 15 years. My blood runs cold. "Priya, do you know how to reach her?" She nods. That night I messaged Ria on Facebook. She responds within an hour. We talk on the phone for 3 hours. She tells me everything, the manipulation, the guilt, the ultimatums, the relief she felt when she finally walked away. "Best decision I ever made," she says. "Hardest but best. I built my own family, people who actually respect me." "Do you regret it?" She laughs. "I regret not doing it sooner." On day 5, my mum announces that the entire extended family is coming over for dinner. 40 people. To talk sense into me. I realise this is it. This is the tribunal. The moment they're going to corner me, overwhelm me, break me down until I agree to whatever they want. So I do something I've never done before. I will prepare. I make copies of my journal. I write out everything I want to say. I call Maya and she helps me rehearse. I'm shaking, but I'm ready. Dinner is exactly as awful as I imagined. My mum has briefed everyone. I'm the problem. I'm selfish. I'm disrespectful. I'm breaking her heart. My uncle starts. You know, when I was your age, I never talked back to my parents, not once. My aunt chimes in. Girls these days have no values. They think they can do whatever they want. My grandmother. If your grandfather were alive, he'd be so ashamed. They go around the room, one by one, tearing me apart. And then they turn to me. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? I take a deep breath. I love you all, I really do, but what you're doing to me isn't love, it's controlled. The room goes silent. For 6 months, I've been tracking every interaction we've had, 89 guilt trips, 34 phone calls where I was yelled at for having boundaries, 12 times you lied to other people about me, and now a fake medical emergency to manipulate me into coming home. My mum's face goes white. You're being dramatic. Am I? Because I have screenshots, timestamps, recordings, and I've also spoken to Ria Auntie. The room erupts. You had no right. How dare you? That woman is dead to this family. I stand up. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Someone sets a boundary and you erase them. Well, I'm not going to be erased. My mum starts crying, not the performance tears, real ones. How can you say these things? After everything we've done, we gave you everything. You gave me a lot. I'm grateful. But you also taught me that my worth was conditional, that love came with strings attached, that I only mattered if I obeyed. My dad finally speaks. You're breaking your mother's heart. No, Dad, I'm breaking a pattern, and it's killing me to do it, but I have to, because if I don't, I'll spend the rest of my life trying to be someone I'm not. My grandmother, who's been silent this whole time, suddenly speaks up. When I was your age, I wanted to be a teacher, but my family said no. Get married, have children, serve your husband. I obeyed. I was a good wife, a good mother. But sometimes, late at night, I wonder who I could have been. The room is frozen. I don't want you to wonder, she says to me. I don't want you to look back at 70 years old and realize you lived someone else's life. My mum is staring at her mother-in-law like she's never seen her before. But my grandmother isn't done. I think we've been unfair to her. I think we've been unfair to all our daughters. We teach them to sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. But sacrifice without choice isn't virtue. It's just a loss. One of my younger cousins starts crying. Then another. My aunt, the one who made the haircut comment, says quietly, When I was pregnant with my second child, I wanted to stop, but everyone said I needed to try for a boy, so I had 4 more daughters. I love them, but I never wanted 5 children. The room is cracking open, years of suppressed truth spilling out. Here's the thing about family. It's complicated. That night didn't end with everyone apologizing and promising to change. That's not how real life works. But something shifted. My mum and I had a real conversation, just the 2 of us. She told me she was scared. Scared I'd forget them. Scared I'd become someone she didn't recognize. Scared she'd lose me. I told her she was pushing me away by holding on too tight. We didn't solve everything. We probably never will. But we started. I went back to Chicago. I set clear boundaries. I'll call twice a week. I'll visit once a year. I'll send money when I can, not when demanded. And my life choices are mine alone. Some family members accepted this. Some didn't. I haven't spoken to 3 of my aunts in 6 months. My relationship with my parents is a work in progress. But here's what I gained. My cousin Priya calls me now. She's planning to study abroad and wanted advice on how to handle the family. I'm helping her. Ria and I have coffee every time I visit. She's become the aunt I always needed. And my grandmother? She started taking painting classes. At 74 years old, she's finally doing something for herself. So who won? Family or me? Honestly, I don't think that was ever the right question. Because it's not a war. It's not supposed to be. But if your family makes you feel like you have to choose between them and yourself, if love comes with conditions and ultimatums and threats, if you're constantly walking on eggshells, sacrificing your identity to keep the peace, then something is broken. And it's not you. Here's what I wish someone had told me earlier. You don't owe anyone your life just because they gave you life. Gratitude doesn't mean submission. Respect goes both ways. And setting boundaries doesn't make you a bad daughter. It makes you a whole person. Some of you watching this are in the middle of your own family battle. You're exhausted. You're guilty. You're wondering if you're the problem. Let me tell you something. Toxic is toxic, even when it's wrapped in tradition. Abuse is abuse, even when it comes from people who love you. You're allowed to walk away. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to build a life that doesn't require you to shrink. Will it be hard? Yes. Will people judge you? Absolutely. Will you lose people? Probably. But you'll also find yourself. And that, my friends, is worth everything. Today, I'm still in Chicago, still at my job, still building my life on my terms. My phone still buzzes with family drama, but I've learned to let it buzz. I visit home when I choose to, not when I'm summoned. And slowly, painfully, beautifully, I'm learning what unconditional love actually feels like. It's not the love that demands, it's the love that releases. It's my grandmother picking up a paintbrush at 74. It's my cousin Priya texting me for advice at midnight. It's Ria and me laughing over coffee about the family we left behind and the family we built. It's choosing myself and discovering I didn't lose everything. I found something better. Freedom. So if you're in that bedroom, holding a box of your things, wondering if you're making the biggest mistake of your life, let me tell you, you're not. You're making the bravest choice. And on the other side of that door, your life is waiting, the one you actually want to live.